Welcome to the live, everyone. Okay, made a mistake with my mic right here is in front of me now. And I'm so excited to have this live session with all of you today. Just checking my devices, making sure my mic is on and everything is looking good and dandy. Welcome. Welcome to the Monday Live. I am here with you. Feel very welcome to start to, uh, you know, uh, chat here because I am live with you. It is not something that is pre recorded. So let me see if I can record it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the first of many lives. We are beginning lives every Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time. That is New York time. I'm going to be here with all of you. I'm going to be looking out for your questions, to engage with you, to answer any of your burning questions, and to share something with you that can add to your knowledge. I do have topics selected that I am selecting according to what I find people ask me the most. But you're so welcome to keep sending me your questions. If you have a specific question, you're welcome to send it to me. And so here we go. Here we go in our first live. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sanya Bari. I am a relationship therapist and coach, the founder of the Love Clarity Method. And my intention in my work is to make healing out of the pain of relationship trauma as simple and clear as possible, to make as direct a line from upset back to peace and loving as possible. I'm here to make abstract concepts more concrete for you, to make things that feel very complicated as simple as possible. So today the topic for our live is the number one relationship lie that keeps you stuck. And we're going to be talking about a relationship myth. And one of the ways I'll present that myth is that I'm going to say that you must have heard people say things like, if someone truly loves you, they'll always make you happy. They're always going to know what to do. They're always going to know what to do, when, with which intensity. This assumption, this assumption who that says, good morning, good morning, Bella. Welcome. Welcome. So, this assumption, the love lie that we are speaking about, that we are going to, the myth that we are going to debunk is this assumption that if someone really loves you, they're going to know how to make you happy. The problem with this assumption, the problem with this myth is that keeping this myth will actually derail and hurt somebody who has a great intention to love. The biggest problem with this myth is that it's going to make people think that relationships are supposed to be perfect, that experiencing pain in a relationship or an upset in a relationship, or if somebody does something wrong, that is wrong or bad. And the biggest problem with this myth is this underlying theme that somebody's going to take care of me, this misunderstanding that we have, where it's like, you know, I if I want to be happy, I just have to find the right person who makes me happy. And as soon as I find that person, they're going to take care of things for me, so I can just sit back and relax. And they're going to now make me happy. It's almost like giving up your responsibility of making yourself happy. And on the other hand, instead of that, instead of doing that, to understand that it is our utmost responsibility, every individual's utmost responsibility, to make sure that we understand no one's coming to save us. A really beautiful statement that Nathaniel Brandon used to use, who has done seminal work in self love, and he would say, understand that no one is coming to save you. That unless you come into the awareness that no one's coming to save you, you're never going to really be able to get to that peace that you're looking for. And that's what we want in relationships. We want security, we want to feel loved. And unless we have created channels within ourselves to love ourselves, I'm going to speak about that for 1 second. We are constantly going to be people who are out there searching a light of our awareness out there, almost like a searchlight, searching for that thing, that person, that situation who's finally going to resolve and heal that emptiness maybe that I feel inside. And so, this assumption that this person who loves me is going to be the one to save me is going to be like you get into a relationship with someone that you love, and you start to almost, when you start to get scared that, hey, I hope they don't hurt me, you almost start to then do these secret tests. Like, oh, look, they didn't know this, they didn't know that. It's almost like you're more focused on figuring out, do they know what I need them to do, more than what the most important thing is. Am I taking the time to know what I want to do? Am I taking the time to see what makes me happy? So, moving that scanner from outside you to inside you, scanning inside you, taking that responsibility yourself. When we break that, when we break that mindset and that connection that somebody out there is going to make me happy, that's when you are somebody who can make yourself happy. And when you are somebody who can make yourself happy, then you want relationships, you don't need them. Here is a really beautiful place I come to every time I talk about this, because people will say to me, well, then why do I need relationships anyway? If I've got to learn how to make myself happy, if this is my responsibility, why in the world do I need relationships? That is such a natural point to get to. And I remember getting there myself, being like, I'll just, if I'm like free agent, I'll just do it myself. And this whole mindset that I also admit to having is exactly the biggest problem with relationships, because we have somehow misunderstood that someone out there is supposed to do for us, which is only our capability to do. And this is one of the reasons that relationships suffer so much and there is so much confusion. A relationship can only withstand the amount of pressure of I want you, but I don't need you. Now you'll see that in our media, in our movies, a lot of times it doesn't happen as much now, but before we would get the message that, oh, I need you. It means, oh, you don't say you need me. Oh, well, then I'll drop everything and come. So you'll see that it's becoming less and less, but these messages are there that if I need you equals love. And that is the needy type of love. That's the type of love that hurts and violates the person who's loving and the person who's being loved. So both of them. So the right amount of pressure a relationship can withstand is that you are loving yourself and then you invite somebody to share in that. And in that way, you are not anybody's hostage and nobody is yours either. There is freedom and lightness in loving. There is choice. There isn't this type of, oh my God, like do or die, like that type of, suffocating love. Love that is smothering. And that ultimately, that type of love doesn't have a long bandwidth. It can come up like an infatuation. It rises and it shines real high, but then it falls, and the fall is just as steep as the high. And it's what we would call an abusive type of love: high and then low, high and then low. There's not there, that middle band isn't there. But if you want the middle band, because if what in love, what you're looking for is peace of heart and peace of mind, the ability to be truly seen, yes, that's what I'm saying. When you are obsessed with this idea that another person is going to resolve my problem, no, you can't see them. You can't see them and you can't see yourself. So there's a few points that I want to make, which is that this myth that somebody is going to make me happy is damaging to you, to the other person, and the relationship. And point number two is that what really makes you happy is yourself. Buying into that perfectionism is going to hurt the relationship, and taking your mind out of this damsel in distress, which, by the way, it's not just for women, it's for all genders. This idea that someone's going to come and save me actually prevents you from doing the work that gives longevity and consistency to relationships, makes relationships reliable, makes them something that you could feel safe in, that you could explore yourself in, that you could love more deeply. And the third point that I want to make is that I want to invite you to a shift in mindset from this idea of relationships are here to sort of I'm just trying to see. I believe there is a chat here, but I can't see it. I feel like people are asking questions, but I can't see them. Okay. So the third point that I want to make here is that to shift that idea that when I am unhappy in a relationship, you're going to be unhappy something. When I am unhappy or I'm upset, that information is for me, and it is a trailhead, the head of a trail, that you follow that trail to see what is it that's hurting you, and you heal it at the core. And when you have a mindset like that, your relationships with other people become healing for you. They become a source of healing, so that you use every upset as for you, not against you. So if you guys have any questions, feel very welcome to email me. My email address is very simple: sanya@sanyabari.com. You can also ask me, you can DM me questions on any of the social media that you're watching at. And if you would like to continue to get this type of therapy level information, make sure you subscribe to all the channels. You'll know right away when I'm going live. If there are any requests that you have for anything you'd like me to speak about, you can request that too. Take care. Lovely to see you, and goodbye.